It's like a loop machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loop machine.
And welcome inside Snohomish High School. This iconic gym here. Amp Harrell on the call. As the joys
get the
of
dust
live
out of that.
broadcast, Yeah, you gotta pull the cartridge
This is
out.
only like 14 years old.
Gotta pull the cartridge out and
Yeah.
blow the dust off. Again, ask your parents. Amp Harrell here with you. Todd Elvig along for the ride. Say a prayer for us, folks. It is Wesco Volleyball for you. League matchup on a Thursday night. And by the way, it's football homecoming week for Snohomish, too. We'll be right across the parking lot tomorrow at this time.
We will be, but actually at 10:45 tomorrow we'll be downtown for the Serpentine Parade.
I was just invited to that, actually, but I have my car in the shop about that same exact time, so it'd be kind of hard for me to hop a community transit bus all the way over here in, an hour.
Yeah, well, that's right. But it'd be worth it.
It would be worth it. And we will step aside for the pledge, back with the starters after this. Here on STSPN, it's Stanwood and Snohomish volleyball action, Wesco style. Taking a look at the standings and whatnot, Snohomish has the edge in the RPI, 32-50 over Stanwood, plus a little home floor advantage. In league, Snohomish and Stanwood both 3A. Snohomish 6-3, Stanwood 4-5. And overall, it is 6-4 versus 4-6, so functionally the same. Snohomish should be considered a slight favorite in this one between the better record, the better RPI, and the fact that they're at home. But Snohomish missing 3 from the varsity squad and a fresh setter, a new setter for this one. And as I've talked about in previous broadcasts, it starts with a dig, and then you've got to get a good set to set up that kill. We're going to have to see how the tripod works tonight with a new setter out there for the Snohomish Panthers.
But you know who we do see out there? Number 1.
We do see Nichols, Kelsey Nichols, who
she was on fire the last time. Holy moly.
Yeah, she took home the shirt, and she'll be gunning for a second one. It's hard to do. It's hard to get a repeat performance.
Yeah, that's tricky.
But either way, another great performance by Sophia Red Elk the other night as well. Dug out by Lauren Rice to get this started, but good work at the net by Stanwood up front, taking an early lead. Got to set your starters. I see Andrist out there and Rice, along with Gildersleeve Stiles getting the start. There's Kavanaugh, dug out in the middle. We already mentioned Nichols. The back line, Beverford. I believe that's everyone. Point, Stanwood. Stanwood's libero, wearing the pink shirt for this one, is Katana Karasti, and she will handle the serve. Oh, excuse me, that's 12, not 13. That's Hewitt. Clobber to the back line. And then just shoved across zigged when they should have zagged. Point Nichols. That's just that floor awareness.
That almost seems unearned there, doesn't it?
A little bit. It's like, I got it. I don't got it. Let's see, 9, 15, 7. And a whistle, and they'll give the point to Snohomish for a double hit. So Longspaw, McDonald, Hewitt, Harris, Hinken, and I believe Nyans out there. Yes. Nyans will rise, drive that one through, and all hustle, but point Stanwood over a sprawling Kelsey Nichols. As soon as I get the lineup set, subs will check in. There's Karasti. And also in is Simpson. Cadence Simpson, Katana Karasti. Got some senior leadership on this Stanwood squad. Stanwood has won 1 out of its last 3. Snohomish has won 2 of the last 3. Tip drill at the net, dug out well. Good hustle, Kavanaugh. Punched over the net, coming right back across, and nothing Kavanaugh could do with it. Point Stanwood. Sparty looking strong on the road.
Yes, they are.
Broadcast brought to you by Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing in our community. I believe my girlfriend stopped off at Les Schwab Tires because with the change in temperature, the light came on today. Got to get the tires aired up.
That happened to the wife also.
Point Stanwood. I think that was Hinken with the kill, Lila Hinken. Didn't happen to me yet, but give it time. We're going to warm up a little bit and then cool off again because, well, it's Western Washington.
Well, we're at the age where we used to drive cars where you didn't know what the tire temperature was.
You just guess. But you did have a Les Schwab tires back then, back in the olden days. That could help you.
Yep.
A little hustle at the net. Nice block, but it's dug out anyway. Clobber to the back line. Dug out. There's the set. There's the tip. There's the point. Bit of excellence of execution there. Longspaw. Whitney Longspaw, the sophomore in the middle there. Now Karasti will serve this one in. 6-2. The visitors with the lead over a bit of a thin roster here for the Panthers. Head right back at him. Kavanaugh with a set and point Stanwood. They got into the net. That was the miscommunication or sort of positioning as the new setter, Kavanaugh, was going to try and put that one up on a tee. I think the hitter on the far side just ran into the supports. Dug out. There's Kavanaugh. Tip drill. Punched it over, and they almost kept it alive. Kavanaugh gets it for Andrist, and Madison Andrist knows what to do with it.
Do we know what the nature of any of the injuries is? Just like pulled hamstrings, or
that I don't know.
Is anything serious? Are they going to be out longer?
I didn't hear anything of that sort. In fact, when I ran down the roster, I was told there are 2 players that are rotating up. And after confirming all of the varsity players, nice hustle there, then I was told, oh, by the way, these that you just confirmed are not playing tonight. Just clobbered, but dug out Hewitt. And double hit.
Yes, nice to get some of that information going into, starting to get towards the end of the season.
Oh, yeah. I get a lot of help and support from Coach Morgan Doyle over there for Snohomish as that one crawled up and over. Point Panthers. I've seen her team 2 weeks in a row now, so she's getting comfortable with us, I think. But you don't want to give too much information away this season. Rise and tip and score! Gildersleeve Styles. Multi-sport athlete, basketball player. She got some elevation and then didn't throw down. Andrist keys this one in. Set. Clobbered. Very nearly a double hit. And then they'll just clear it back across. Calm, cool confidence from the Panthers. Lifted. And that would be the Nichols effect. Just backline and bazookaed that one right across. For those just joining us, Snohomish in the white with the red shoulders and the black numbers to our left. Stanwood in the white with the gray numbers and gray and red trim to our right. And they misplayed it. One of those where if you do too much, you give up the point. If you don't do enough, you give up the point.
I think this is Snohomish's first lead.
Oh, yeah. They have mounted a furious comeback. Dugout backline, Hewitt. Well, offline set there. Handled by Nichols in the middle. Rise and strike. Oh, the placement from Kara Beverford. Excellent work and a time out on the floor. We'll take it as well. 9-7 Snohomish on STSPN.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Back to it on STSPN 9-7. Snohomish has come roaring back here at home. Amp Harold joined by Todd Elvig and got homecoming football tomorrow, homecoming serpentine tomorrow morning, and next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Friday action on STSPN. Volleyball, and football, respectively. Snohomish, their heads a little higher here in this one. Playing without 3 on the varsity squad. That one just a little bit long. Red Elk couldn't get the sights set on that one. 9-8. Sub will check in. That's Cambrielle Brown, number 3 to your right, replacing Henkin. Nyans to serve. First to 25, win by 2. Best 3 out of 5 for those new to the game. Or if you're like me and occasionally you just forget. Oh, what a punch by Nichols. And then she tried to get the dig and a little crossfire action on that one. Just about took out Johnson on the bench. Tied game.
I tell you, it's a long ways to 25 when they trade point for point.
Exactly. Stanwood has got to have some confidence, too. They came in here and just got on a run. I think it was 7-2 at one point. I know it was 7-4. But it's a game of runs. Set. Tip. Rejected. Good work there. I think that was Simpson. Caden Simpson.
It's like basketball.
What was that?
Game of runs.
Yes, indeed. And ironically, in the same building.
Same court.
Same iconic floor. Just blistered, and are they going to call? Yeah, 4 hits. Either way, it was punished. That ball was sent to its room for being bad. I think that was Gildersleeve Styles unleashing one. 10 all. Dug out in the middle. The old no look, and that one would have been a souvenir had the bleachers been out on that side.
I thought that I saw the announcer over there getting ready to reach up and help bat that over, but
Nope.
they resisted.
Not it. Still love that that clip from a minor league baseball game where the announcer caught a foul ball in the press box. Point for Sparty. So yes, he makes the catch in the press box, barehanded, live on the broadcast, and says, "I really hope someone got that. I'm awesome." 11 all. There's less a game of runs right now and more a game of trading points, as Mr. Elvig said. Coming back into your living room. Nothing that Johnson could do with that one. Point Stanwood, and Sparty on a little run again. And serve will come from Whitney Longspaw. Set up the net, coming back. Little too much on it from Red Elk. Sophia Red Elk, senior, being counted on here, having a little bit of trouble in the opening set. Time just shoved toward the back line. Popped up, got to get it over, and they do with Simpson. Oh, little touch right there. It all started with Lauren Rice getting that dig on the back line. Front side finishes it up. Field hit it where they ain't.
That was a little bit, she sold that pretty good.
Yeah, it's a game of misdirection as well. Set. Just clobbered. Point Stanwood.
I couldn't see where that ball went because it was either a great block or a great hit.
Yeah, I think it was a great hit. It snuck around our far antenna over there for additional reception as Mumbaluma just dropped that one in the piggy bank. Popped up into the rafters. Sometimes volleyball is like playing at Tropicana Field. Certain things are in play. Double to the middle. Nichols gets it up, then gets out of the way, then has to get it right back across. Tip trail, punched up. Nice work. Rice keeps it alive. Gotten back across Kavanaugh. Rise from the other side. Dugout back line. Nichols. Simpson has the answer. Avoided the double hit. Nichols again. Hewitt again with the answer. And it goes over Simpson's shoulder. Somebody got lost, and that's a point for Snohomish. Simpson out, McDonald back in. They get a little bit smaller out there on the floor as they put another setter in for Stanwood. See how the rotations go. Now that didn't work. Tried to go with a combination of Cambria Brown and Elliott McDonald, and instead it gets blocked right back in their face. 14 all, Snohomish standing tall. Set to serve. Red Elk. And doesn't quite put enough lift on that one. And she will check out, replaced by the libero Rice. 15-14 Sparty. Dug out in the middle. Blocked right back. Point Spartans. 16-14. Brown to key this one in. Sort of shuffled back across by Nichols. Spun, set. And that one off the hand of one of the frontline players. Good placement and just irresistible for those netminders. Point Sparty. Early on, the numbers game working against Snohomish High. Oh,
That was tricky.
the set that clears. So a backhander. Beverford digs that one out. Nichols right into the teeth of the defense. Blocked back in her face for a point. Mumbaluma builds a wall. Timeout on the floor. 18-14 Stanwood on STSPN.
In 1934, Bickford Ford opened their doors in Snohomish, Washington, and they've been an active part of the community ever since. So when you're looking for a new Ford truck, SUV, or hybrid, or if you want to take advantage of your current car's value, start at the place you can trust, the one that's been around for 89 years and is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership. Family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
STSPN volleyball coverage presented by Les Schwab Tires and powered, quite literally, by Monster Energy Drink. Glad to have them on board and fueling the machine.
Their ad's coming up.
Rise and strike. And that one's trouble. But they
Wow.
get it across with Hewitt. Getting a gold star on that one. And then they make Hewitt pay. I don't know that Nichols could do that on purpose, but she just drilled that one into the shoulder of the girl who kept that play alive in the first place.
That was amazing there. I just couldn't believe that was going to keep going, but
Put a little extra oomph on it. Gildersleeve Styles set to check back in.
I don't think, is the coach supposed to be able to, they can talk to the side judge. They can't talk to the up, right?
Okay. That sounds right to me. But they have to get whistled in for the substitutions. Awkward set. That one a little bit too much underneath it, and Nyans could not propel it forward. Also, that probably hurt, bending off the finger like that. 18-16 your score. Snohomish trying to mount another comeback in the opening set here. Kavanaugh's serve. Little trickle. And, yep, they knew that they were caught flat-footed on that one. Stanwood's best play was to do nothing.
It looks like they've got like a little flat spot in their rotation because one's got a little bit of a edge on a certain part of the rotation, and then the other one they kind of going back and forth.
Yeah, they'll get about a 4-0 run and then give it right back. You're very astute on that. Oh, Moombaluma kept it alive, and then it's punched back in. Nichols with a dig. Nobody there to do anything with it. We talked with Nichols about how they have to talk. They have to communicate out there. And I don't know if it's the rotations, if it's some of their best communicators are out in this one, but there was just a big gaping hole. I got it, I don't got it.
Well, it's probably good for some of these kids that were called up, give them some experience.
Trial by fire. Good placement by Gildersleeve Styles to drop that one in between 3 or 4 defenders. Wobbered back across, Nichols. And out. Yes. Good eyes on the far side by Beverford, and we're tied again at 19. Now this is where it gets a little dicey. First to 25, got to win by 2, so somebody has to pull away. Up that one up and just about hit the official. 20-19. Sometimes
we're at 39 points, so that's yeah.
Sometimes your best offensive play is your opponent's mistake. Kept it alive, McDonald. Hewitt is an athletic libero. Digs that one out right on cue. Set. Kill. Dug out. Kavanaugh. Nichols says, get that weak sauce out of here. It comes right back at her. And that's a point for Stanwood. I think that would have fallen out, but it was just too much to resist for Rice. The reserve libero.
See, now I'm not a volleyball expert by any means. I can barely see the ball from here, but I got to tell you that my theory, and I developed this last year, if a coach can see the right rotation and then put that in set 2.
Yeah. Gives them an advantage.
It does.
And really tips the game. So this is kind of trial and error a little bit in the opening set. Communication on the Stanwood side as who is going to run for that one. I think Hewitt gets tagged with the oopsie on that, but that was a team point. And give it right back as Andrus couldn't get that one over on the serve. 22-21 your score. Subs aplenty. Hinken out. Nyans to serve for Stanwood to the right. Nichols to set it up. Clobbered right back over Gildersleeve Styles. And there was a little bit of a stare down with that, too. Some moxie.
I think she looked right at him as she did that.
And just staring a hole in the Stanwood Spartans front. And then she'll serve it as well. Set, spike. Dug out by Gildersleeve Styles. Red Elk tried to unload, and it was sent right back over her shoulders softly.
Did you see how she was right in the right spot when it came back over? I always am really curious in how they know.
Exactly.
How are you right in the right spot?
I think that's your advanced mathematics. Volleyball is great for learning geometry. Dugout back line, Nichols. Set. A little too long again, Red Elk. Off the set by Kavanaugh. And we're tied at 23. First to 25, win by 2. Long Spa to key this one in for Sparty. Johnson. Kavanaugh, and then shoveled over Beverford. Coming right back. Rejected! Kira Beverford. And that would be set point. Kira Beverford just elevated at the perfect time. Long spot checks out. I think Brown back in.
Well, Grandma, I think you better put on an extra bag of popcorn because this is going to be a long one.
This very easily could be. Might need an extra Monster Energy drink before this one's done. That one a little long, and can they do anything with it? They cannot. Set one goes to the home side. Bend but don't break. Snohomish Panthers 25-23. Set number 1 is yours. We'll take a break. Back for set number 2, the all-important one, says my broadcast partner. Back after this on STSPN.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Come with us. The new generation. The next level. Sending it big.
You're in for a good run. Let's go.
Come with us to the track, to the trails, to the slopes, to the surf, to the fight, to the race.
Look at this.
To the 4 a.m. starts, training harder, pushing further, hitting back, hard. To the fans, to the followers, and the haters. Come with us to the blood, to the sweat, and the broken bones. You rehab. We never quit. We never give up. We take control. To the world titles. To the world's first. The world's best. Come with us. We're just getting started.
It's going to be so much fun. I promise you.
Back here on STSPN, set number 1 was a doozy, 25-23. It's first to 25, win by 2, and it's best 3 out of 5. So can't get much closer without going into extras. Amp Harold, Todd Elvig here with you. Folks in the truck doing all the hard work. I was getting into my bag for some reason, and I've already forgotten what it was.
I think they're going to do the hard work next week on location at Monroe.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that's an interesting place to watch a game, but an even more interesting place to try to broadcast one.
Oh, dude.
Out in the elements.
Now, how veterans can be empty 3 nights in a season
Yeah.
is unimaginable.
Let's not even talk about it.
Okay.
It upsets me.
Yeah, me too.
And like I was showing off Veterans Memorial Stadium to some folks back in Tennessee, and they were like, "That's a fantastic stadium. Wait, why does it have the signs for both schools?" Like, service error. Point for the visitors from Stanwood, and an immediate substitution. Interesting, but they don't do the whole shared stadiums thing for the most part in Tennessee. But it's much more cost effective, and it means that you get generally more use out of your stadia. Point for Stanwood.
Oh, they're going to replay it.
2-0.
No, I think he put his hands up like he's going to replay it. Well, they gave him the point.
Dugout Nichols. Gildersleeve Styles. Little measured play there from Stanwood. Nichols has it blocked, and then I think it went off of her head and back over. That's different. It's played that time by Rice. 3-0 run. Yeah, when you're sharing stadia, I'll be able to get a little bit more balanced schedule going on there. But we're a little biased because we like doing games at Veterans Memorial Stadium.
Well, when you got all your gear set up, you can put on a pretty good show.
Indeed. And they get 4-0 run for Stanwood. The way Stanwood has played in the first set and now the first 4 points of the second set, you wouldn't believe that they lost the opener.
Well, we saw a bunch of 4-0 runs on both sides in the first one.
There's the set, and then just slapped over.
Whoops. I don't know what that was.
That one just rolled off the fingertips of Nyans, and that's the first point for Snohomish.
I think that was actually a designated play. They just didn't do it right. Because
And
it looked like it was set up.
yeah, and that's, I think, the second time that I've seen a player curl in from the left side from their perspective and just not be able to bend it over. That one bends into the net. Point Panthers. Nichols will send this one across. And that one got whistled dead. Legal touching.
Now, okay, again, I don't know volleyball, but illegal touching just seems odd when you need to touch the ball.
Well, I was using that as a cover for, I didn't know what the 8 fingers held up on the other side was.
Oh.
But I think there was maybe a carry, maybe a double hit or something like that, because they were trying to set something up and got a little too cute, I think.
Oh, I see what you're saying. There was some kind of an illegal touch.
Yeah, there was some sort of procedure penalty, basically. I need to figure out how to import a color commentator for volleyball from West Seattle, because
No, I think I do really good.
I was just gonna say this kid knows the hand signals.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Former manager.
I don't think we have a budget for that.
Get the helicopter.
We don't really have a budget for this, so.
Yeah, fair enough. 6-3, Stanwood takes the point. Brown will check in to replace Hinkin for Stanwood. And looks like Red Elk will check back in, replacing Andrist for Snohomish to the left. Nyans sends that one in, dug out by a millimeter or two. Oh, just filthy there on this side. Gildersleeve Styles, then that one was Red Elk. That one popped up, shoveled back across Kavanaugh. Bodies flying everywhere. Play continues, rejected. Gildersleeve Styles. See, I like this look. I like this look from Snohomish because up front you have Gildersleeve Styles, you have Red Elk, and you have Beverford, and they can just
Who's
mash.
number 2?
Number 2 in 2 is Rice, Lauren Rice.
She was pretty happy about something. I saw her smiling like, yeah.
Yeah, just they had 2 or 3 big plays at the net. They've got some length up there. That time mistimed the jump, and it crawled over Red Elk's shoulder. Now Gildersleeve Styles out, replaced by Johnson for Snohomish. And looks like I missed it. Angie Winner Bonaker was in for a play. And then she will take a quick exit. And now we're ready to resume. Blistered back across to Johnson. Nichols falls that one over the net, and they're going to give the point to the Panthers, I think because it clipped the net. That's interesting because it looked like it went out.
No, she touched it over here.
Oh, okay. I got lost then.
Yeah, she helped it get a little bit further out.
Okay, fair enough. And that would be a point. That would be pretty straightforward for a point. I think McDonald on the kill. Actually, check that. That wasn't McDonald. I think that was Karaski. 8-5. Stanwood in front. Nichols. Backline play Hewitt. Coming back the other way. Popped back across. Right back again. Johnson back-to-back plays. And then finally you run out of bounces. Double hit for Snohomish. Point Sparty. Simpson drifts back. And in between hop, and nothing you can do with that. Feel like there may be a timeout, and there is. Amazing how that works. 10-5. Snohomish trails. Timeout on the floor. Back after this on STSPN. Back here to Snohomish High. Really important game for the standings and the postseason here. Snohomish won the opening set 25-23. They've got a slightly better record and a better RPI, 32-50. So a Snohomish loss, or to put it another way, a Stanwood win, could shake things up in the postseason standings. West Coast 3A for both of these clubs. Shoveled across with the left hand by Kavanaugh, but it sailed a little bit too long. I like the play, just got to get that one down in the court.
Yeah, Stanwood's like, not so fast.
Not so fast, my friend. Back to work goes Simpson again. And there again, you got to talk about it.
Well, I think Nichols just kind of overthought that one. She looked at it and she hesitated.
Nichols and Kavanaugh were both in the area, and it's like a center fielder in baseball. Somebody's got to call for that one. Generally speaking, it's going to be Nichols' play to make. There she goes. Bends that one in like Beckham, right off of somebody's arm. Point Snohomish Panthers.
She's like, don't even think the last one meant anything because I'll bring it.
Yeah, she is all gas, no brakes. It's like Red Elk to serve. She's trying to crawl that one over the top of the net and just drop it in short. Got to get just a little bit more lift on that. She will sub out. Beverford back in. Good serve by Brown. Nichols. Oh! Laser guided. You do not stand much of a chance against Nichols if you're going to hope she misses.
Yeah, I don't. You can't hope for that. Get too many points.
Nope. I mean, Stanwood didn't want to overplay it because this is one of the few sports where hustle and trying for every ball can hurt you more than it can help you. Nichols flashes high, and that one crawls over the defenders and down for a point. Nichols wants to expand the wardrobe.
Who's the number 12 over here in Stanwood?
12 is Hewitt in the
Boy,
pink.
she can hustle.
Well, she's a libero. She's got to cover, what is it they say about the center fielders? Is that one sails long? 70% of the Earth's surface is covered by water. The rest is covered by insert player here. That's the libero's job. They, generally speaking, will touch just about every serve when it comes across. They'll get the dig, and the goal is to get it to your setter. So there was an attempt at a dig as that one caromed off of Rice's arm. You got to get some up on it. And another timeout on the floor. We'll step aside for a break, talk about it after this. 15-8 Stanwood on STSPN.
We're not here to take part. We're here to take over. I am the beast.
Back here on STSPN, talking a little bit of X's and O's.
And I have no idea. Somebody can chime in the chat if they want to, but I'm thinking that if you can get the right girls in the right positions in the rotation, you can do some damage.
Especially in the second set. That's first set.
Correct.
You're trying
First
things.
set, you're just kind of checking out who's doing what. I don't know.
So on to key it in, the libero Hewitt. And a whistle here, and they're going to give the point for a double hit. They're going to give the point to Stanwood. Stanwood pulling away. I think this is the biggest lead that anybody's enjoyed tonight, 16-8.
Oh, by far.
8-point lead. Hewitt will bomb that one in. This is one of those scenarios where you're trying out a new setter, and that time Kavanaugh is the setter, but I think they were having Andrist set it, and just kind of got lost. Nichols will rise, tipped right back. Good job by Andrist at the net. Just a bang bang play, and no ma'am. Actually, they gave the point. Oh, no, okay, they did give the point to Snohomish. Just was a little late getting up there. 17-9. And Nichols will serve. Projected. Good work at the net. Andrist and Gildersleeve Styles. And here comes the comeback for Snohomish. And, oh, wait. Did we just get a point? Oh, we got a point for Stanwood, and they'll take the serve away. I think that you never see it, but I think that was a rotation issue. I think that was an illegal serve or an illegal substitution, because you've got to sub in a certain order with the exception of the libero. And I think that was what Coach leaped out of her seat Coach Amundsen gets the point and the serve. Let me know in the chat if I'm wrong. Ow! Discount dental work done there. I have a cavity, and I don't want it repaired the same way that Nyans took that one right off the chin.
That's correct.
Ow. Ow, 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 ow. And sometimes it's a good play or a bad play. Sometimes it's just, well, I can't get a kill with my face. Just let that one hang there. Set. Tip. Rejected. Gilders. Oh, no, they're going to.
It was out.
Yeah, they're going to say it was out. And more subs. It's tough when you're playing at the net and at the antenna. And that time it went the way of the Spartans. 19-10. Backline dugout Nichols. Gildersleeve Styles skips it across the net. Yeah, everything's a little bit sideways this particular rally. And that one crashes off the side of Beverford's hand. Point Spartans. 20-10. Again, first to 25. Win by 2. First set was 25-23 Snohomish Panthers. Dug out and right into the net. A rare miscue from Nichols. See, that's another thing that's odd about this particular rotation is Nichols is playing in the middle on the back line almost like another libero when she's probably the best offensive weapon that the Panthers have. So when it starts with her, then she has to step back and rotate around to be able to clear it back across. And a little, excuse me, clear.
That's a good save.
Yeah. Just blistered back across by Beverford. Point Snohomish. Panthers with a pulse here in set number 2. Gildersleeve Styles will get this one set to go. Hewitt awaits on the back line. It will come just to her right.
Oh.
Zigged when they should have zagged, and that one out over the reach of Brown into the stands. Gildersleeve Styles, Nichols, and Rice, along with Beverford, Kavanaugh, and I believe Red Elk for Snohomish. Punched up. Just launched across, and that'll be a point for Snohomish. Good hustle by Rice. The libero just kind of pool cues that one across. For Sparty, Simpson and Longspaw, along with Brown, Hewitt, and Nyans. Clobbered, rejected, popped it back up and over. And then that one was in. Point Snohomish. And just trying to get your rotations down here, Coach Amundsen. Trying to find a way to take momentum back.
Yeah, I think this is the flat spot in the rotation.
Blistered into the middle. And then a little offhand flipsy from Red Elk. And they'll get the double hit. No, the carry. Excuse me, the carry. That was a nifty little play by Sophia Red Elk, the 6-foot senior at the net. Gildersleeve Styles awaits and sends it skyward. Tip drill. Oh, playing in the high rent district. I think that was Longspaw leaping high to take the point away. Longspaw and Simpson playing at the net. It's a lot of height. And then Johnson and Rice both tried to make a play, and it caromed off of both of them. 23-15. Stanwood trying to take set 2. So we'll check in. Cambrielle Brown out. (23-15). Kavanaugh shovels it across. And a whistle. And a double hit. Quick whistle there, and Stanwood gives up the point, 23-16. Longspaw has a seat. Umbaluma up at the net, who's quietly had a really good game thus far. She will spike that one over, dug out by Rice. Sophia unleashes. She's worked the kinks out. Takes a point away again, 23-17. The separation is there for Stanwood. They've just got to finish it off. That one, Olay, out wide. Good eyes by Rice. Snohomish will keep this going. Beverford. That one didn't hit flush off the hand, and out it goes. Harris will check back in. Presley Harris replacing Parasti. Halligan in up front as well, joining Harris. 24-18 set point. Stanwood. And playing in the net, point for Snohomish. In will come Elliott McDonald, replacing Cadence Simpson. Smaller, shiftier lineup here. Speed kills, and whistle stops play. Not sure what happened, but we'll do it again. 24-19, Stanwood on set point. Red Elk puts it skyward. Back line Hewitt. And that one dropped in, point and set for Stanwood. I think Halligan finished it off, 25-19, as we're even, one set apiece. We'll step aside. Set number 3 of at least 4 after this on STSPN.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back, and you know that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
This is Witch Doctor requesting immediate hot extract.
Here on the team, you know, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else in the boat.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Bickford Ford opened their doors in Snohomish, Washington, and they've been an active part of the community ever since. So when you're looking for a new Ford truck, SUV, or hybrid, or if you want to take advantage of your current car's value, start at the place you can trust, the one that's been around for 89 years and is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership. Family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
Back here out of the timeout. Stanwood has evened this thing up at a game apiece at the Snohomish Panthers. STSPN Wesco volleyball coverage presented by Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing in our community. Amp Harrell here with you. Todd Elvig along for the ride. And we'll see if Todd's theory about figuring things out in set number 2 holds true for Sparty on the road. 25-23, Snohomish able to outlast in set number 1. 25-19, set number 2 goes the way of the visitors from Stanwood. Trying to get every last little bit of stuff ironed out here. Starting 6 for the Panthers. Nichols and Rice, along with Kavanaugh, Gildersleeve Styles, Beverford, and Red Elk. All the hugging and celebration had to stop because, well, we had to play. Back across in between, past the sprawling Rice. Point for Stanwood. Spartans will start it off with Henkin, McDonald, Hewitt. That one sails long. Also, Nyans, Longspaw, and Harris. 1-1 for one set apiece. Really even game as that one doesn't quite float for Beverford. It's homecoming week for Snohomish High. For football, I have to say. And we got the, what's the homecoming parade called again? The
Serpentine.
The Serpentine. Have coverage for that tomorrow morning here on STSPN. Tip drill, well done. But defended well, Simpson rejected again at the net. Pushed back across and backlined by Beverford. Locked at the net, whistle, foul. 4 hits, or 4 touches, if you will. So Snohomish is going to get the head screwed on in set number 3. Slow starts in both of these, or in all 3 of these sets, I should say. Gildersleeve Styles a little low on that start and drives it into the net. But I mentioned homecoming because we'll have the homecoming football game for Snohomish against Shorewood tomorrow night, 7 o'clock kickoff, or somewhere thereabouts. Nice backline play, Hinkin. And then just clobbered back over Nyans. Red Elk. Wow, from her knees, Hinkin. And the rally stays alive. Not that time. Gildersleeve Styles, click, click, boom. 4-2. Red Elk will drift back to serve. Rice will check out the libero. Sent skyward to Parasti. Beverford. And Red Elk will send that one booming, but not a foot too long. You notice the Stanwood back line players kind of looked at the ball and looked at each other and went, yep. They can tell when to not overplay it.
See, I'd say they're all out. I just was like, I'm not reaching for it.
Nope. Elvig, that was right there. Elvig, it hit you.
Yeah, I'd be like, listen, if it comes to me, I'll hit it, but otherwise, I'm not moving that far.
Yeah, I fell in love with this game watching a little 5'4" libero launch herself into the bleachers out the end line. Thought for sure she was going to wind up on the injured list. Actually coaching in Tennessee now. Wow! What a play at the net, Kavanaugh! Celebration there as Kavanaugh finished that one off at the net. She's 5'7". That's not particularly tall for volleyball to make a play like that. That's what the celebration was all about.
Athletic.
Punched up and over. Nichols. Then Nichols will get the good set and punish it across. That one split the defenders. Point Stanwood. Looked like that was Nyans. Snohomish will get Schrum into the game. Rowan Schrum. Varsity, but first time today seeing the floor. Shuffled across. That one in play. Another good one from Kavanaugh, I think. Nichols will drift back. Snohomish down a point, set 3. We're all even at 1 set apiece. Sometimes given volleyball scores, feels like I'm doing like team tennis or Ryder Cup golf. Good hustle there, and then we'll get it across for Snohomish. That one dropped in. Yes, that's what I thought. Cambrielle Brown finishes it off.
Even I could see that one from here. Not always, but sometimes.
Checking back in is Harris. Presley Harris replaces Grasty. For the net, little tip drill. Kavanaugh. Skipped it back across, too wide into the student section. Point Snohomish. And Andrist will drift back to serve. Back in, Red Elk replacing Rice. She'll play a sequence without a libero. And that one crawled to the top of the net and fell back in.
It wanted to go.
It thought about it. Then it saw that front line for the Spartans and was just like, no, thanks, I'm good.
Yeah. I can't do it.
Too much pressure. Rise and finesse. The soft touch from Kira Beverford. 8-7. Sub will check in for both sides, actually. Schrum out, Gildersleeve Styles back for Snohomish. And back in, Henkin replacing Brown for Stanwood. 8-7. Good lift on that one from Kavanaugh. Clobbered to the net. Tried to just spin it over and left it just short. 8-all. This is a good look for Snohomish because they haven't been able to pull even like this in set number 2 at 8-8. Got into a pretty deep hole. They were down 20-10 in set 2. Get that one not wide. Caught the green line over there. Point for Sparty. Sub checks in as Mumba Luma sits down for Stanwood. Rise and strike. Drop that one in. Dug out well by Hewitt, and they will clear the net. Rise, strike. Sometimes your good defense doesn't help. As that one points for Snohomish off of a blistering spike by Beverford. 9-all. Kara sends that one across. Wow, nice dig that clears the net for Rice. Backline too long. Point Panthers. 10-9, Snohomish high. It's actually been a minute since Snohomish has had a lead in this one. 25-23, they creeped ahead to take set 1. Lost the second set 25-19. Punched up Beverford, good set. Red Elk had that one blocked back at her. Flipped across though. Kavanaugh with the dig as well. Tip follow good. Gildersleeve Styles with the finish. Scoreboard update. You're not going to like it. Seattle Kraken fall 3-0 at the Nashville Predators, a final.
What was the deal with that? Somebody got suspended for a game because they hit him.
Hit him
They
in
hit
the
a
head.
Kraken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Turbo getting hit in the head, and he got, I think, a 2-game suspension for that. Point Stanwood there, but yeah, Turbo is day-to-day, we'll say. But Predators get the win 3-0. It really should have been 2-0. The last one was an empty net goal, unassisted, at 18:19 of period 3. Colton Sissons started the scoring with a shorthanded goal. Rejected. Nice defense up front. I think that was Longspall. So Stanwood has evened this thing up again at 11. I had to mention that about Colton Sissons because I actually got to see that kid basically grow up in the NHL. I even saw him score in a preseason game. Rejected. Punched back across. Point Stanwood. 12-11. Sparty with a lead again. They are fired up over there. Clobbered across by Karasti. Red Elk just put some smoke under that one. And it had the libero Hewitt just twisting and turning, going, where'd it go?
At this point, I think this justifies my theory because I think Stanwood made an adjustment in number 2. Snohomish came back and made an adjustment now in number 3. Now we're back to being even.
Dead even. 12-12 in a 1-1 night. Beverford, good flash. That one would have been too long, I think, off the hand of Gildersleeve Styles. And it's out. Good eyes over there by Red Elk to let that one go. Point Panthers. This is going to be one of those, we sell you the whole seat, but you're only going to need the very edge. Every single point at a premium in this one.
I think you better use the whole seat, though, because otherwise you're going to have a sore bottom.
That's valid. Wise advice. Why those seat cushions are so popular, which I think you could probably get those from Adrenaline Fundraising, maybe.
They probably have a little bit of everything over there.
We call that swag in the business. Not what the kids call swag, though. Very different.
There's going to be a bunch of swag handed out tomorrow night.
Fair enough. And attempt at a dig there by a sprawling Kira Beverford. That had a whole lot of oops on it. 14-13, Sparty. Don't really get to see Stanwood much in Westco action that I cover. But I do remember the basketball team with the candy cane stripe warm-ups. Classic look. That one just whiffed past Nyans. 14 all. Gildersleeve Styles back to serve. Little jump serve. One Olayed off of Karasti. They'll clear it across with Simpson. Nichols. When she elevates, when you see number 1 in the air, got a coin flip chance something really good's about to happen. Our Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Game last week. Set.
Good interview, too.
Indeed. And that one just pinned Gildersleeve Styles' shoes to the floor. Point Sparty. Mumbaluma will check in, replacing the exiting libero Hewitt. 15 all. Set number 3. 25-23 in the first set for Snohomish. 25-19 in the second set for Stanwood. Rise and filth. Nichols puts the ball exactly where she wants it. 16-15 Snohomish. Kelsey, a senior at 5'9" and a co-captain. And that is an ace. Excellent work by Nichols to get the ace. Extend this to a 2-point lead. Timeout on the floor, Stanwood. 2-point lead for the Snohomish Panthers. Back after this on STSPN.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Back here on STSPN, out of the timeout after the ace by Kelsey Nichols. Megan Emonson said, no, ladies, we need to talk about this. That does not need to happen. Back to work, Nichols. And it's another ace. That was one of those where Karasti and Nyans both got the dig. And then is it going to be Karasti or Brown that tries to get the set? And when you hesitate, bad things tend to happen. Karasti, Hewitt, and then they will clobber it back across. Much better play that time. And that one, left hand punched by the sprawling libero Hewitt, but it's a point for the Panthers as Snohomish getting on a little bit of a run here.
They're getting a little bit done.
19-15, first to 25, win by 2. Simpson, and then blocked at the net. Good work up front by Andrist and Kavanaugh, I think. Kavanaugh is making a case for wanting the shirt. Talk about that after this. Timeout on the floor, 5-point lead Snohomish on STSPN.
In 1934, Bickford Ford opened their doors in Snohomish, Washington, and they've been an active part of the community ever since. So when you're looking for a new Ford truck, SUV, or hybrid, or if you want to take advantage of your current car's value, start at the place you can trust, the one that's been around for 89 years and is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership. Family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
Back here on STSPN, I mentioned wanting the shirt. For those who are new to these proceedings, we award the Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Game and have a post-game interview. And there's a commemorative shirt that goes along with that from Adrenaline Fundraising. And, well, Nichols won it last week. Kavanaugh, the new setter for this Snohomish club, she's making a case for Player of the Game if Snohomish can pull this off. Good serve and sequence there. Couldn't get that one across Simpson, I think. Point for the Panthers. 21-15, set number 3. It's 1-1. Back line, Hewitt. Simpson caroms it back in. A little communication at the net. That one a little bit long and a little bit of help as Andrist gets the point. 22-15. It's first to 25, win by 2. Nichols to serve. A little float under that one. Simpson. And shoveled in. Rice will dig it out. Nichols just punishes that ball. Back across. Nichols will dig it. Kavanaugh. And a little offhand shovel by Beverford. Backline Nichols. Kavanaugh. Beverford. Simpson to Moombaluma. But the wall built at Panthers front. Point Snohomish. Now they're feeling it. Snohomish is firing on all cylinders in set number 4.
3.
Yes, set number 3. Sorry. Thinking ahead. They're firing on all cylinders. I'm not. Across. Whistles. There's that infraction against Snohomish. Point Stanwood. That's the second time they've called that. And it's the far side official seeing something that we're not. Simpson to serve, 23-16 your score. Simpson will smoke that one across, dug out by Schrum. Sprawling Hewitt. Madeline Hewitt, the libero, having to play all over the place. Red Elk will check in for Snohomish as Rice will have a seat. Set point Snohomish. Trying to take a 2-1 lead in this one. Set. And that one just fell short of Brown. Point and set for Snohomish. 25-16. It's 2-1. Snohomish leads. Can they take care of business in set 4? We'll find out after this.
Searching for meaning in a relentless world. Always connected, but somehow alone. Trapped by illusion. We offer another path where the battle to belong begins. Awakened by a calling. United by purpose. Defined by the cause you fight for.
It's not about you! First you gotta get over the hump!
No one can ever take away
You were in this Marine.
what it means to be among the few, the proud, the Marines.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Back to it on STSPN. A little extended timeout between set 3 and now set 4. Set 1, a valiant effort by the Stanwood Spartans, but in a game of runs, Snohomish able to, well, build a bigger run to finish it off strong, 25-23. It was all Stanwood in set 2, 25-19, but Snohomish able to build some momentum after a slow start. They were down 3-0, 4-1, something like that, and managed to take care of business, 25-16 to take set number 4. The way this works, if Snohomish can get set number 4, they would win 3-1, and this would be over. If Stanwood is able to get this one, we would go to set 5, which is not 225. So it's the equivalent of overtime or extra innings.
That's good because actually we have to be at the Serpentine Parade tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. So do these Snohomish Panthers as they get the first point of set number 4. Evenly matched game here. RPI was 32 for Snohomish, 50 for Stanwood. Sparty trying to answer back. Whoa! One smoked off the fists of Nichols. Beverford will get it back across.
I want Nichols on my team.
Yeah. Point, Snohomish, double hit. And this is the first set that Snohomish has started off with the lead.
Because I don't want to be on the other side if Nichols is hitting that ball at me.
Yeah.
I got to tell you that right now.
No, thank you. Clobbered back across from Andrist, and that's an ace.
Not only was that an ace, but that was almost destruction of property over there because that camera that is set up.
Yeah, pretty sure that's an iPad.
Yeah.
So
costly.
Yeah, you don't want your tax dollars at work on the floor. Dug out in the middle. Beverford kind of stuck her head in there and then rotates back out and clears it back across. Look out on the bench. Good work by the front four of Stanwood. Rejected. Nothing you can do with that one. Red Elk put some mustard on it and it went right back over her shoulder. Good wall up front. I'm going to give the credit on that one to Harris. Out will go Moombaluma. Hewitt to serve. 3-1 Snohomish. And a whistle stops play. Point. Double hit. Double hit on Snohomish, and it's 3-2 now.
You know, I want to give player of the game or person of the night to that up ref because, you know, he's got to stand there all night.
Yep, and this is not a short game. Wow, punch that one across. Point to tie it up for Stanwood, the Spartans. And the official on the far side standing there, not even on the platform.
Well, but he gets to move.
Yeah. Good call. Nice placement. I think that was Beverford, just based on the way the girls were pointing. That one was just a trick shot, dropped up and over. 4-3 your score. Set number 4. Oof, right off the chin again of Nyans, and then she has to get her head in the game and clear that one across. Was excellent. Dug out, got to get it across, and they do with Hewitt. A very good series here for Stanwood as they will keep this one alive. Back across Nyans.
Good rally.
This is excellent work. Tip drill, Red Elk. And they will crawl that one over. But it hit just outside of the antenna. A little happy dance, Mariners style for Snohomish. And the official on the far side had a different view. Let's see what this one goes. Because I think he's making a case that this should be point Sparty. And they're going to just leave it alone, apparently. So here we go. He made an impassioned plea, but nothing doing. And ball don't lie, as that will give the point back to Stanwood off the service error. 5-4 your score. Subs will cycle through, 2 of them for Sparty. Get Angie Winter-Bonaker back in. Limited action for Winter-Bonaker. And she will leave that one short. 6-4. Winter-Bonaker, Hinken, and Hewitt on the back line for Stanwood. Up front, Simpson, Longspaw, and Nyans. Simpson. Rising Nyans will bomb it across, dug out well. Hewitt to Simpson. Nyans back across. Nichols got a piece of it coming right back. Nichols keep the change. 7-4 for Snohomish. Red Elk will serve. Kavanaugh in there along with Nichols, Gildersleeve Stiles, and Kira Beverford. Nyans with the dig. Step at the net. Andrist says, nuh-uh. Dikembe Mutombo style there. Defending the air. Snohomish looking for the feeling it play of the day. 8-4, and Red Elk will drop that one in for an ace and a bit of a dental adjustment. Check out Caden Simpson as that one off the dig, then went off the mush. Even more headshots in this one than picture day.
Well, maybe that's the whole reason why they're missing a couple players.
That is entirely possible. And trying to play that one short at the net. Nyans ran out of real estate. 10-4, good buddy. Snohomish with the lead. They're up 2-1 in this one.
Well, maybe the answer for the fourth set is making itself evident.
Yeah. The answer,
my theory,
the adjustment late in set 2, or perhaps coming out of set 2. Set then a clobber, dug out by Nichols, popping right back over. That one's sent into Kavanaugh. Nichols will put that one back across. Hewitt with a dig. Tip drill. Nichols with the save, and it's popped back across. And dug out one-handed. Nichols with the flip.
Wow.
Great sequence here. Ah, that one was just a juicy steak. Kavanaugh could not resist trying to make a play, and it stops it short. 10-5. This is, again, it's a sport that doesn't always reward the hustle. Can't falter, but point Spartans. Nyans. Dug out Beverford. And she has to get it back across.
Seemed like she came a long ways for that.
A long ways. Tipped up. And just across. Wow! Bill! Gabrielle Brown. The little short tip drill, and she says, I got something for that.
I think the athletic trainer, she looked like she was kind of moving like I do.
Ow.
Maybe she's got a bad wheel over there.
Ow.
Yeah, no, that hurts.
Yeah, this is
to watch me try and walk is painful.
I think that's a country song. Rejected. And again, Gabrielle Brown. Have yourself a sequence. And it went from 10-4 to now quickly 10-7.
10-4, good buddy.
Yeah, I had it, and they just asked what my 20 was. Ace! Service ace. The air went straight out of that ball in front of Beverford. Timeout on the floor. 10-4, make it 10-8. Back after this on STSPN.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Back here on STSPN, doing a little bit of homework, trying to find the scoring here. And I'll have to look that up if and when it becomes a factor in this one. Fourth set, it's 2-1, Snohomish with the lead, and a 10-8 lead that not too long ago was 10-4. Hustling for it. Kavanaugh sends it back in. At the net, there's the set, there's the spike, dug out well, but nothing you can do with it. Kavanaugh hustling her tail off, but she can't be everywhere on the floor. 10-9. Snohomish looking to come Stanwood looking to come all the way back. Pop that one back across. Got to do something with it. Wow! Falling down, Nichols clears the net. Rise up, Gildersleeve Styles. Nichols again, dug out this time, Hewitt. Simpson the set. There's the spike off the fists of Kavanaugh. They'll chase it down at the bench. What a play by Nichols! Play continues. Tip drill. Dugout Hewitt. And that one is in for Longspaw. What a sequence here, and Stanwood has just tied this thing up. 10-10. Back to send it across Nyans. Harper Nyans just a sophomore. Or excuse me, just a freshman. Excuse me. Point on the double hit. Stanwood has not only come all the way back, they've taken the lead away. 11-10 Spartans. Nyans will clear that one across. Oh, swish. That was the old slam dunk from Whitney Longspaw. Also a freshman. Youth movement here for Stanwood Camano. 12-10 Sparty. And that one came off the hand a little funny for Nichols. It is now a 9-0 run for Stanwood. They did not take this long trip to go home this easily. Little tip drill. Gildersleeve Styles says take that. Not always how hard you hit it. It's sometimes where you drop it in. That breaks a 9-0 run. Gildersleeve Styles sends it across softly, and but the initial dig didn't get enough air under it, and it carried him towards the support. Stanwood ran out of room. 13-12. Gildersleeve Styles bombs it across. Wobbered in, nice dig. Back across, one paw up and over. Nice work, Kavanaugh. Shuffled back in, Gildersleeve Styles again. Kavanaugh the set, there's the spike Nichols, and it'll drop in for a point. That's the tripod right there. Gildersleeve Styles the dig, Kavanaugh a beautiful set, and Nichols finishes it off with the thunder. Too long from Gildersleeve Styles. Point Stanwood, lead Stanwood 14-13. Punch, punch, counter punch. Folks, join us tomorrow morning for Snohomish Homecoming Serpentine. And then, of course, the Snohomish football game for homecoming tomorrow night at 7 against Shorewood. Right here on STSPN. That one's in. That one's in. Is that Moombaluma? I think that was. Trying to see through the official to get a jersey number. It was not, by the way. Nichols ran out of room. Actually, it was. It was Moombaluma, number 10 for Stanwood. Nichols with the rare miscue, and it's 16-13 Stanwood Spartans. Skipped across. Good dig Rice. Kavanaugh punches it over, but misses wide. Side out. Stanwood takes the point. Timeout on the floor. Snohomish trails by 4. Back after this on STSPN.
In 1934, Bickford Ford opened their doors in Snohomish, Washington, and they've been an active part of the community ever since. So when you're looking for a new Ford truck, SUV, or hybrid, or if you want to take advantage of your current car's value, start at the place you can trust, the one that's been around for 89 years and is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership. Family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
Back to it here on STSPN. Amp Herald Todd Elvig, folks in the truck, and assistant producer Sarah Elvig hanging out as well, making sure it's all running smoothly. 17-13. The visitors from Stanwood with the lead here in set number 4. First set, 25-23 Snohomish. Second set, 25-19 Stanwood. Third set, 25-16 Snohomish. And here, it's a 4-point lead for Stanwood. Noticing a pattern. Simpson. And that one once again on the attack. Moombaluma. Tessie Moombaluma just does enough. It wasn't uncorked, but it wasn't a tip either. Dugout, Rice. Clobbers back across. Nyans with the dig. Simpson, Moombaluma. There's the tip. Soft touch. Moombaluma wants the shirt. 19-13. Stanwood wanting to force a fifth set. Dugout. Just a little too much on it. I like the play. The misdirection by the setter, Kavanaugh. Instead of a set, it's just a slap. But it just went wide. Or long, technically. 20-13. Backline, Rice. Tipped up and over. Dugout, Moombaluma. Blistered back, and that's a point. And just as importantly, the camera over there is fine. Excellent work, and now Kelsey Nichols will drift back to key this one in. Strum will check in. Strum, Rice, Nichols. Kavanaugh, as that one will finally get across. Andrus and Beverford out there. Slapped up and in for a point for Stanwood. Spartans make it 21-14. Simpson, Cadence Simpson to serve here. Dugout, Rice. Spiking that one across. Andrus. Rejected. Andrus got a piece of that one. And rejected again. Andrus and Beverford close the door. 21-15. Stanwood with the lead. The serve goes to Snohomish. Checking out Simpson. Checking in McDonald for Stanwood. Sort of a running dig there by Hewitt. Good block again. That time it was Kavanaugh and Red Elk. 21-16. Andrus to serve.
Ronnie said he's in.
It's homecoming, man. He's got to be. Dugout on the run. Now we're out of position, and Stanwood will get that one across and try to get themselves reset. Popped up in the air. Dugout by Hewitt. A little soft spot across. Look out. Oh, everybody knew that was coming from Nichols, and she couldn't elevate it. That was kind of fun, actually, watching her teammates just try and get out of the way. Point to Sparty.
You know, I wouldn't plan anything for Friday the 20th just in case.
I'll just have to see what that looks like. 22-16 here. And trying to dig that one out, Schramm falls just short of her. 23-16 your score. 2 away from set point. And beyond that, set 5.
Yeah.
Brown. Ambrielle Brown had herself a whale of a game as well. Dugout Rice. Tip punch by Red Elk. Popped up, then just clobbered back over. Nichols on the back line. Beverford. Brown got a piece of it. Bent back over. Nice play at the net. Moombaluma! Stanwood makes it set point. If Stanwood gets a point here, they force set 5. 24-16. Dugout in the middle. Played at the net, rejected. Tipped back up and over. Stanwood keeps it alive. Rising up, Nichols will save it. Little overhead reverse flip that time. Getting back, Red Elk, but instead it's a little tip from Beverford. Into the net, point Snohomish. Panthers will take the serve away. Sub will check in, Strum out, Gildersleeve Styles back in. Out goes Brown for Stanwood, Henkin back in. 24-17. 2-1 lead set-wise for Snohomish. Kavanaugh with the serve. Mumbaluma. Dug up. Mumbaluma will bend that one in. Kavanaugh pops it up. Nichols. Beverford clears it across. Right back to Mumbaluma. Has it blocked back in her face. Fresh off the bench. Gildersleeve Styles says, nuh-uh. 24-18.
Yeah, they have a pretty good mountain to climb, but they're 1 point at a time.
1 point at a time. And remember, if Snohomish can climb that mountain, this thing ends. Rejected again. Point Snohomish again. Red Elk and Gildersleeve Styles. 24-19. Margin for error is 0 right now for Snohomish.
That is correct.
Kavanaugh. And she left it short, and that will force set 5. 25-19. That's been the score when Stanwood has won both times here. So we will step aside for a break as they sort this out. I think you'll play to 15. Back after this on STSPN.
Come with us. The new generation. The next level. Sending it big.
You're in for a good run. Let's go.
Come with us to the track, to the trails, to the slopes, to the surf, to the fight, to the race.
Look at this!
To the 4 a.m. starts, training harder, pushing further, hitting back, hard.
I never sit on you, I get the gang on you. You better pray for it. I put that thing on you. You ever play with it?
To the fans, to the followers, and the haters.
But it doesn't matter.
Come with us to the blood, to the sweat, and the broken bones. You rehab. We never quit. We never give up. We take control. To the world titles. To the world's first. The world's best. Come with us. We're just getting started.
It's going to be so much fun. I promise you.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
It's like a loop machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loop machine.
Back to it for some overtime in high school varsity volleyball, presented by Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing here in our community. And on a Thursday night, with the weather changing, homecoming week, Snohomish and Stanwood playing to 5. It's
bonus time.
Bonus time. Free volleyball for you.
You lucky people.
And this has been a competitive series tonight. Both sides have gone on runs, but neither side can really get that knockout shot. Here it's first to 15. And I believe it's first to 15 win by 2. I was checking a few different rule sources to see, but
it is.
Kavanaugh will serve.
The little I do know, that is correct.
So they're still ironing out all the bugs in this here. For Snohomish, it's going to be Nichols, Rice, Kavanaugh, along with Gildersleeve Stiles, Beverford, and Red Elk. For Stanwood, McDonald and Moombaluma. As the opening serve will hit the net, and it's a point for Stanwood. Moombaluma will check out. Simpson, Nyans, Hewitt, Hinkin, and McDonald. And the serve will hit the net this time, so we'll trade points. I think these girls are tired. It's been a long night.
You just took it right out of my mouth. I was waiting for a little break there. I was going to say, a lot of times in set 5, you see a lot of net hits.
That's 3 straight. He's able to predict the future, folks. And now a sub for either side as Beverford out, replaced by Johnson for Snohomish. Meanwhile, Karasti will check in, replacing Harris. And McDonald will check out, replaced by Simpson. Wholesale substitutions for Sparty. 2-1, Stanwood Spartans. Set 5, first to 15, takes the whole shebang. And man, what a win this would be for the Stanwood Spartans. Trailing in the record, trailing in RPI, and it's a league game. And it's on the road.
And it's 5 sets.
Yes, and it's a 5-set potential victory. Punch that one across. Hey, we've got a rally going here. And that one will rise and score as Nichols turns it loose. Took a little bit off of it. Got it to go. Sophia Red Elk, the senior, will key this one across. 2-2. Every point is critical, and that one sails a bit long. So far, we've had 3 net hits and a serve going long. Red Elk has a seat. Rice will check back in. Smaller lineup for the Panthers. Dug out in the middle and popped right over and out. Nothing you could do with that one. She just tried the dig, and the dig cleared the net and went wide. Stanwood now builds a 2-point lead.
I tell you what, you don't want to give any point lead on this thing.
Nope. Got to keep it in your court. Stepped up and over. Good hustle, Gildersleeve Stiles to push that one across, and now she will handle the serve. Gildersleeve Stiles with Johnson and Rice in front of her. Elevates that one up, dug out, nothing you can do. Bodies flying everywhere. Karasti kept it alive, but that 2-point lead has now been erased. 4-4. Gildersleeve Stiles sends it across. Shoveled over the net. Nichols, dug out. Hewitt, good concentration. Punched up and over. Uncorked. That's in. That's in, and I think that was Kavanaugh. 5-4. 3-0 run here for Snohomish.
I couldn't tell from here, but I was like, man, that's close to being out.
Yeah, that was good placement and a little bit of luck, too. Gildersleeve Styles bombs that one in. Simpson the set. Nice dig. Tip drill. And Nichols couldn't get the point. Good work by Stanwood up front. Tip to the midline there by Red Elk. Far side, Nichols. Just uncorks that one. Good defense by Stanwood. Tipped it. Kept alive. Kavanaugh, and then just blistered to the back line. Beverford. Gildersleeve Styles. And that one just eats Gildersleeve Styles up. Point Stanwood. We're at 5-5.
5-5 in the fifth set.
You cannot have a closer game than this. You just cannot. 5-5 fifth set, racing to 15, win by 2. Dugout, back up and over. A little sneezing flinch there, but luck goes the way of the Panthers. Not that time. Not that time. Point Stanwood. Give it to Karasti. Katana Karasti. 6-5. Spank that one across. Dugout and wide. Side out. Panthers take the point. 3-0 run for Stanwood in this one. Neither team has been able to just comfortably coast in this one. Back line, dug out by Rice. Nichols just spins that one up and gets it to go. The veteran move from the co-captain Kelsey Nichols to just handcuff him. Beverford back in, replacing Anna Johnson. Nichols couldn't sight that one. Point for Sparty. Out goes Karasti. In goes Brown. Harris also out there along with Hewitt. Simpson, who will put this one skyward. And Nyans. Simpson. Spanked that one back across. Beverford, nice dig, Simpson. But they had to get out of the way, and they do. Rise and spike. Andrist in the middle. It's all about the want to in this one. Red Elk back out there. Rice has a seat for Snohomish. Simpson sits down for Stanwood, and I think that was Hewitt checking back in. Look out, giving them plenty of room, and then they'll angle it from the back line. Partially blocked at the net. Hewitt will corral it. Sent back across Brown. Little bit wide. A little too much air under it for Beverford. It's 9-7.
I think she called that a little early.
And we will step aside for a break. Timeout on the floor. 2-point lead Stanwood on STSPN.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do-It-Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Back here on STSPN out of the timeout. 9-7 in the fifth set. Stanwood trying to finish it off, get to 15 and win by 2. Coming all the way back. Dugout Rice. Far side, nice dig by the libero, Hewitt. But they can't get it out of the net. Point, Snohomish. Just ran out of real estate there. Back in, Mumbaluma and Henkin for Stanwood.
That's why I sit on my soundboard case, because I've run out of real estate on the bench.
Got to have a little bit of extra room.
You got to admit that was pretty good.
Yes, indeed. So was that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Out of the reach of Beverford, 10-8. 5 points away from a 5-set road victory for the Stanwood Spartans. But who's going to come away not just with the win, but with the shirt? Tipped up by Rice. They'll corral it, and Red Elk will send it across.
12.
Tip, and dug out by Rice. Just clobbered back across and run down by McDonald. No.
Good try, but
yeah,
no cigar. Oh, no, they don't do cigars now, but.
The bubble gum cigar.
Yeah, no.
No chewing gum. Checking back in. No, actually, she was still out there. Henkin celebrating the effort for Stanwood. 10-9. This one's going to go the distance.
Yes, it is.
Beverford smacks that one across. Rise and clobber. Point, Nyans. 11-9. Again, it's get to 15 and win by 2. Subs will check in for Sparty. In to serve Karasti. 11-9. 4 points away from taking a win back in your gym bag. A little discussion with the coach over there.
Although the coach over there is smiling.
Yes. Whoops. That was an awkward oopsie good serve. Back they'll go. Backline play. Simpson with the set. Spike goes long. 11-10. Again, punch, punch, counter punch. Snohomish had a 2-1 lead after trailing for most of the opening set, so don't count out the Panthers either. Red Elk
Absolutely not.
elevates. A little push at the net. Nice work by Andrus, but they'll keep it alive anyway. Popped up Nichols. Load up for Nichols. Rejected. Nichols pops it up again. That's going to be 2 hits, or 4 hits rather. Point for Stanwood. 3 points away from a victory. Henkin will check out. The serve from Nyans. Good clean serve. Dug out Nichols. Kelsey will rise, and that one will go just a bit too long. And you got to feel like things are going Stanwood's way. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it as well. Back after this on STSPN.
We're not here to take part. We're here to take over. I am the beast.
Back here on STSPN, 3-point lead for the visitors from Stanwood. Trying to finish things off in set number 5. You don't go to 25 in set number 5. You go to 15.
3 points would be nothing at 25, but
Yeah.
3 points going to 15.
You got to get on your horse and ride if you're the Snohomish Panthers.
That's right.
Lifted out by Rice. Kavanaugh, and then cleared back across. Dug out in the middle. Hewitt. Clobbered in, but saved by Johnson. Little tip drill. Dug out by Hewitt. Tipped up. Nichols. Nichols ran out of room, and now it is set point, game point in set 5 for the Stanwood Spartans and Coach Megan Amundsen. Harper Nyans, the freshman, blisters that across. There's the set. Little tip in between. Simpson digs it out. Rise and strike. Blocked at the net. Point. Set. Game. Stanwood takes the W. 15-10. And that is going to put a lid on this one. What a road trip and what a victory for the Stanwood Spartans. We will step aside for a break. When we come back, we'll interview our player of the game, our adrenaline fundraising player of the game, after this on STSPN.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
And welcome back here on STSPN, presented by the fine folks at Les Schwab Tires. Stanwood goes on the road and gets a 5-set victory. I'll run down the numbers in a bit, but I've got somebody waiting for this interview so she can get on the bus. That's our adrenaline fundraising player of the game, Madeline Hewitt, the senior libero. Congratulations on a huge win.
Thank you.
So what's it like to get this done in a hostile environment on the road and to go 5?
It was great. It's always good to get the 5 because we're fighting so hard, and to be able to beat the student section makes it even better, to be honest.
To be able to beat the student section.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. That's a bold statement. Now, this was exhausting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So how much is left in the tank if that hadn't ended at 15-10? You think you can go for another few rallies there?
Of course.
Okay. Of course. I love this. Madeline Hewitt, our adrenaline fundraising player of the game. You were in the mix on everything. It all starts with the libero, but what really helped you guys hang in there, even in the close loss sets? You were in it every single time. What was part of your game plan?
Really just working on covering our block and making sure we're communicating. That's like our biggest issues. So being able to communicate and get those balls up is always great.
So what was something going on out there with the communication, with the play design and the rotations that we wouldn't see up here with our goofy headsets on? Take us into the game, if you will.
Can you rephrase it?
Well, just what wouldn't a casual fan see that you guys are working on, aside from just, of course, trying to get a good set on every play? What was Coach coaching you up on?
Getting those out of system balls. So even when we couldn't get a good set, making sure that we could get the ball up for our hitters to be able to swing.
Out of system. So that's if it's not a clean dig set spike?
Yeah, if
okay.
our setters can't get their hands on it.
Okay, fair enough. Anybody you want to say hi to back home? This will live on the internet forever. So.
Hi, Dad, Mom, Caleb. Thanks for watching.
Awesome. Well, you'll be getting an adrenaline fundraising player of the game shirt. And we'll send that over to the school. So look for that in the next few days. And just congratulations on a big win.
Thank you.
I would talk longer, but I know you've got a long bus ride.
Yeah.
And it's a school night.
Yep. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you. That is our adrenaline fundraising player of the game, Madeline Hewitt. Quite a few there. So your final score in this one, 25-23. Stanwood lost the opening set. That was Snohomish. Snohomish got the win in the opening set, 25-23, 25-19 Stanwood, 25-16 Snohomish got the third set, 25-19 again. Stanwood took the fourth set, and then 15-10 They outlasted the Panthers in set number 5 to take a 5-set victory on the road, and that will certainly make things interesting come playoff time with these teams so evenly matched. We'll see you tomorrow morning for the Serpentine, for the homecoming parade here in Snohomish, and then back at it again at Snohomish Veterans Memorial Stadium tomorrow night at 7. Homecoming football game against the Storm Rays of Shorewood. For my broadcast partner and executive producer Todd Elvig, for all the folks back in the truck, this is Amp Harrell. Final score, 5-set victory for the Stanwood Spartans here on STSPN.
It's like a loot machine.